Hello, Stop UNESCO in Glastonbury Group. It's lovely to have you all here. Well, what a showdown it was the other night. I wasn't there in person, but Lily Osborne did tell me that the amendment was going to happen. And yes, it was momentous in many ways. And this pause, this so-called pause, and putting it aside for a while, the World Heritage status. Initially I thought, yes, brilliant, because by the time they end up revisiting it, there will be new councillors. It will be a different setup on the council, perhaps a new mayor as well. However, since I have been reading through the BBC article where they actually say things like, well, us councillors could have engaged better. I engaged a lot. I sent lots of letters. I sent lots of videos. I engaged constantly with them. Initially, back in 2024, I received an abusive email from one of the councillors that shall remain nameless. And then again, when I sent them another letter in response to how the consultation went, where we were the ones apparently with the antisocial behaviour. Well, I have never seen people in positions of power respond in such an inadequate way, inappropriate way to us. In fact, the consultant that's been paid, some of this 42,000, he left before the debate in the second half. And what I got was a response of derision and actual, not listening, not really willing to engage, just telling me things like, that we are not going to charge to go up the tour. So, in terms of not engaging, it's disengagement, but it's worse than that because it's disdain. I was accused of misinformation right from the beginning. In 2024, which is when I started to speak out and I started the petition, which the BBC do mention in their article. So I'm less than impressed, really, because again, they've kind of left us a bit bamboozled, what's going on. And I've noticed that Connor, the clerk, he's become the spokesperson for the council. So he's saying things like, well, we may well, instead of exploring World Heritage status, we may well explore applying to become an area of outstanding natural beauty. Now, again, this would require jumping through lots of hoops. And also, he, in the next breath, is saying, but we will revisit the World Heritage status bid. So, it's crazy. It's literally being gaslit all the way. And I've come to the conclusion that I don't think they know what on earth they are doing. They're certainly not serving us. There certainly is not a democracy, as one of the councillors claimed on the group Rant and Rave, which I might put this video on. So it's a very sad state of affairs, actually. I was kind of lulled into a false sense of security that it wasn't going to happen. Lily Osborne did an incredible speech, and the fact that the Abbey have not responded at all and the National Trust have not got involved. The consultants, in a leaflet, which I still have, they actually did use a picture of Chalice Well, and actually without their permission. And again with St Margaret's Chapel, which Chris Craig looks after, that as well. They used the picture there with no agreement whatsoever. So, it's looking pretty bad. I mean, I think that the trust of the people in the town is at an all-time low. I think it's a little bit sad that the resistance seems to be splitting into different groups as well. I won't name any names, of course, but, together we're stronger, obviously. And it's a bit sad. I'm feeling quite sad today, and we just really need to keep very vigilant. We need to keep an eye out as to what's really happening. I'm going to send some FOIs about, the next exploration things that they're going to do. I'm going to just keep vigilant. I have also written a letter to ICOMOS, and ICOMOS can influence UNESCO's whether it gets inscribed by UNESCO. And yeah, we're not on the tentative list, which is good. And when in the early days, when myself and a friend had a talk with Chris Pound and Paul Simmons, I think what we gleaned was it's incredibly difficult to get on the World Heritage listing, even to get on the tentative list. So my feeling is that Glastonbury doesn't really stand a chance, but what it's really flagged up to us is the attitude of the council, the attitude of them towards the people of the town, and it's a disgrace, an utter disgrace. We've tried to engage time and time again, and we've just been literally turned down at every single attempt. So I think that some of us feel rather angry, and I think that is very much okay to feel angry and to keep going with passion and vigour. And if you can help in any way, please get involved. And I'm going to keep on keeping on. Probably I'm a bit of a lone wolf, so I will be keeping on my own way. But it's great that we have lots of people on this group. It's great that I've nearly got 1,000 followers on YouTube. I'm Amanda Ambles on YouTube if you wish to follow me there. All right, I'm sorry that it's a bit of a gnarly video today, but it's really important that we just keep going and keep calling these guys out because they're not making our life easy.